Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, from wherever you are, from me to you. Hi, hey, hello. Welcome to my Q&A. I didn't think anybody would actually want a Q&A, but I got a ton of questions. I was very happily surprised about that. Before I dive into them though, I'll do the same thing I did yesterday and say a big thank you. Just thank you guys so much. Every time I look at my subscriber count, it like shoots through the roof. And honestly, I don't know how to keep up with it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I hope you guys know that. But thank you nonetheless for enjoying what I'm doing and being here while I'm figuring it out. That's really all we're trying to do in this world with everything, right? So I hope you guys can keep enjoying my content and be patient with me while I'm trying to figure this out. Without further ado, let's dive on into the Q&A aspect. The first question I got is so specific. My third favorite species of lizard. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say bearded dragon. I feel like that's in everybody's top 3 if they're gonna, like, think lizards. My ooh, my absolute first favorite. You know those, like, cute, tiny green geckos? Oh, they're just so cute. They are so cute, and I really like the way they look. They just look so squishy. But yeah, my third favorite's gotta be a bearded dragon. First off, the name is so sick. Dragon? Bearded dragon. Second off, have you ever just, like, sat there and watched one of those dudes just, like, do its thing? They don't care at all about what's going on around them. They are so vibed out, it is almost inspiring. The next question that I got is actually a little bit more on a personal level. I'm surprised somebody asked this. How old am I and what did I do to make a living? Now, I still work. I work full time. I don't work a good job. It's lame. It's boring. I to not get too heavily into it, I didn't get the opportunity to go to school. It was either I move out of my parents' house and take care of myself first, or I go to school and keep living with them. I couldn't afford to do both, you know? Like, I couldn't move out and go to school. So, I chose to try and figure it out. That's actually why I opened up this account is at one point or another, I'm gonna try and figure out how I can start saving up to pay for the tuition that I need to go to school. But what I do for a living right now, drum roll please for the grand reveal, I work in a women's clothing store. That's all I do. I don't tend to work on a customer base. I tend to do a lot of the stock and product um type stuff. It's called like retail operations. That's what I do. I don't like to be on the front end of it cuz I find it boring as much as I love clothes, which is crazy. But yeah, that's what I do. As for my age, should I tell you guys my exact age? I wonder. Maybe I could keep it a secret a little bit. I will let you know I'm in my 20s. That's what I'll tell ya. I'm in my 20s. So you go ahead and take what you will from that and see. I'm almost kind of curious. I'm going to see if anybody can guess my age. I won't tell you if you're right, but I will see if anybody's correct and just kind of keep that in mind. See if I give my age. Let's see if I produce what my age is through my content. The next question that I got is a bit of an oddie. She's a little bit of a weirdo. I've got somebody asking me what my thoughts on the Industrial Revolution are. Now, I do have thoughts on the Industrial Revolution, a lot of it being the basis of what it had done to people on a human rights level. the displacement of Aboriginal communities just thanks to people deciding that they were gonna take over space, um, my god, what it did to our environment and its health. I like, obviously, Mother Nature is a force that cannot be reckoned with, and therefore, like, she will improvise, adapt, overcome, dude, but, I mean, like, damn, did I don't think a lot of what happened during the Industrial Revolution actually was necessary. Now, with that being said, in post, I almost feel grateful that we did have one, just in due to the fact that, like, we wouldn't have certain things available to us as accessibly as we do now. Healthcare is a big aspect to that as well. Like, it wouldn't be as affordable as it is. Like, I live in a multicultural country, so I have a lot of thoughts about like the human rights aspect of it. But I mean, all things considered, if it wasn't for the if it wasn't for it, we wouldn't have cell phones. Now, people didn't have to die for us to get to this point, but uh, you know, I'm not a history channel, so I'll leave it at that. It's a mixed bag. I'm a half glass full kind of person, but I do see the empty side of it, and it disgusts me. But let's move on. My next question is somebody asking me if I had any inspirations for my ASMR content. A lot of the inspiration for my content comes from me making what I would want to hear. My inspiration for it was on a personal basis. It was just me going like, I think I'd like to kind of put stuff out there that would be up to like my personal standard. Not that it's a high standard or even a low standard. It's a pretty normal standard. It's just there's so much on the market. Sometimes it's hard to find exactly what you're looking for. And so having a lot out there uh, is a blessing and a curse, you know? So, like, for the people that did like my content and they were able to find me, like, they maybe something in my content struck a chord with them. Some people might have listened to me and gone, "Ooh, not for me. I don't like the way that they did this and this." And then they move on. And then maybe the next ASMR artist that they found did exactly what they were looking for. So it all just comes down to like, I just wanted to make something and I wanted to kind of get out there and try doing some voice work. And I wanted to do it on my standard while I have the opportunity. There's somebody asking me if I have a favorite type or tag to make for ASMR. Ooh, I think I have a few questions like this. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I found the other one. So, I there's this like a what I would consider like a three-parter question. So, the first part that I'm gonna focus on is what my favorite type of ASMR is to do, and honestly, I don't think I actually have a favorite. I really want to branch out and get a big range going so that I can have a big range of characters that I'm able to do. Just in case one day I do decide to take a crack at doing real voice acting work or put myself out there in like an interesting way, I would like to have a plethora of types that I can perform in just so that I'm able to be ready, willing, capable and totally prepared to do whatever it is that I'm interested in. Like I don't like having limitations and I don't like having things holding me back. So I don't think I have a very specific favorite that I really enjoy doing. I just like whatever comes to mind. I'm very chill. Like I don't have very hard opinions. I feel like I say hard weird. I wonder if you guys can guess where I'm from. Um I feel like I don't have a lot of super hard opinions on a lot of stuff. I'm a very soft in the middle kind of a person. So yeah, as for that, that's really all I got. Um, Part two of that looks like you also asked me if I have any plans to open up a Patreon. Do y- do you guys have an interest in that? Do you guys have interest in me opening up a Patreon? Because I mean, like, I have thought about it, but I mean, like, I didn't want to get greedy, I guess, in a way. But I mean, if I'm doing this to try and get into school, I guess I do kind of need more than just like a silly little coffee account to do so and whatever YouTube decides to start giving me when I'm like up for monetization. Um, I don't I don't know. Like maybe one day. I don't know. Okay, well like how about I ask you guys a question on this level then? If I were to open up a Patreon account, what would you guys want to see? What would you want me to be able to deliver for you and what kind of things should I put in a Patreon? I honestly don't have a lot of experience. I have never like subscribed to a Patreon before. Um I mean like your girl's broke. Right? So, like, I work retail, so I don't have that kind of money, but, yeah, I just don't really know where to begin with that. So, it'd be really helpful if maybe you guys told me about what your thoughts are, and if you guys would be interested in me opening up a Patreon and what you would wanna see on it if I were to do so. Okay, yeah, let's get into part 3, and let me pull that up. Part 3 of that question was if I have any voice acting background. I don't. I oops. I don't have any kind of acting background at all. I was too shy as a teenager to like get into theater, and when it came to the voice acting stuff, that was mostly just me like goofing around with my family and my friends and just doing the voices that they thought I could do or like having little bits that I thought were funny. So really all I've got for voice acting background is just me being a goofball. Like my mom when I was younger used to make me do the Jennifer Coolidge voice for her friends whenever she had them over. Like I don't know if you I can't really do it all that well as an adult because I haven't done it in so long, but it's like you guys know the girl, she was in Legally Blonde and she worked in the hair salon. You know, like the lady with the crazy lips and she would go like, "Oh my god." Like that lady. My mom used to My mom used to make me do that voice for her friends cuz she it cracked her up. So, I don't know. I it's not really a background. It was just kind of me thinking it was fun to do. Somebody out here is asking me if I eat ramen. Oh, I do. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I actually, okay, so like, I feel like this is such a simple question, but I have like a lot to talk about with it. Uh, I'm a yapper. You guys are going to get to know that, especially when you see how long this video is. Good luck with that, by the way. Um, I love trying out new foods. Like, this is really strange because growing up, I was such a picky eater. Like, I had safe foods that I could eat, and that was kind of it. It was new textures, new flavors, new smells really threw me through a loop, and they were really uncomfortable for me to experience. But as an adult, dude, I am out here. Like, I think I had Indian food for the first time 3 years ago, and I literally was like, how have I been missing out on this? Ramen, I have never had a proper ramen until I moved to a city and I got to try it for the first time, and I was mind blown. It was actually as good as it looked, which I find is really surprising because I mean, like, you know how things normally aren't as good as they look? I think that was the thing that was throwing me through it. I love me a cold chicken yuzu ramen. Oh my god. That is the stuff. That is it. There's, a ramen place that's been open for a really long time in the downtown area of where I live, and they were doing a Dragon Ball Z theme for their main ramen dish, and so, like, if we went and we ordered, like, that chef's dish, then we could get, like, a pin, and it was really sick because it was actually really good ramen. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. Um The silly thing is there was 3 of us that went, right? And, we were pulling out our pins, the lady comes by with the bowl, and she goes like, "Oh, okay, so, like, you guys can take whatever pin, go ahead and open it." All 3 of us open it at the exact same time with our eyes closed, open it up, we all got Shenron. Like, we all had the dragon. Uh, It was really kinda cute because we all got the same kind of ramen, so we all got the same kind of pin. It was cute. Like, it was a blind pin situation, so you didn't know what you were getting. I thought it was cute. But, yeah, I do eat it. I really like it. It was nice to be able to grow past instant noodles and get some actual freaking ramen with, like, oh my god, and I'm not a pork person either, but, like, they make it so good. Like, they just and the egg, oh my god. I really love a good onsen egg. They're so yummy. And I'm like, I normally only eat scrambled eggs too. Like I won't pop a hard boiled egg. I won't. I can't. It's just there's something holding me back from it sometimes. But I'm trying not to be picky. So like maybe I should try and eat a hard boiled egg and see how I feel when it's not in a soup. But yeah, I do. And I really enjoy it. My little weeaboo heart thoroughly enjoys eating a good bowl of ramen. My next question is somebody asking me how I pick my stories. And I'm gonna level with you. I go through a ton of scripts, and if I don't like the writing style, or if I find that like there's parts of a script that feel very unnatural, like a normal person wouldn't talk like that, I won't take it. I, I'm I wouldn't say I'm picky, but the ones that I do end up going through are the ones that kind of just resonate with me or the ones that I feel like I can do a decent delivery on. Something that like when I'm reading them, when I'm in bed, I'll practice reading through it. And if I find that I either can't catch the rhythm of what I think the author was trying to originally do in the script, then I won't grab it. So I feel like I answered your question backwards. So just think of it as the way that I pick them is I go through, and if it resonates, it resonates. And that's normally what I'll do. What got me into doing ASMR? And did a friend get me into it? Actually, a friend didn't get me into it. I feel like sometimes people have outside sources. The thing that got me into ASMR was just like I consumed it on my own. None of my friends listen to ASMR content at all. Like they don't it doesn't resonate for them. They really don't like the um I don't know how to say it actually. I should probably figure that out, but like where you're speaking in one ear and then into the other ear, like that stuff makes a lot of my friends feel really like ugh, like they they don't enjoy it, but I really like being tossed into a story, and I find that audiobooks, ASMR, even just, like, having movies on in the background, I just really enjoy media content, and so that's really what got me into ASMR was just the enjoyment and my affinity for having media content. I figured it'd be fun to kinda get into it and just try it out for myself and see if I can take at least a decent crack at it. So, yeah. No, I kinda just did it on my own, in a way. All of my friends have been very supportive, though, of what I'm doing, so I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna level with you, my guy. I'm not really 100% sure what you were asking in this question. Um, what is your YouTube channel's one day and future? I'm gonna take a crack and just say that you were kind of curious about maybe what my goal is with my YouTube channel and what I want to do with it in the future. And to answer that question, and I hope I've figured out what it is that you were trying to ask me. Um, my goal with my YouTube channel is really just to practice the things that I'm doing. And in the future, I think I'd like to try and take what I learned through making this content and give my hand at doing voice acting work. It's I think that's kind of where I'd like to go with this. It's a long shot for sure, but I think I'd like to at least try, you know? So the practice is really what the YouTube channel is all about. I have a few questions here asking me about what I like to do in my pastime and what I like to do for hobbies. Um, this is always the hardest questions to answer and always have been for me. I have a lot of hobbies that I like to do. A lot of them are just going to come around like me creating things or like indulging in things that have been created. Like, okay, I'll list some stuff off. And if you guys want me to like deep dive more into this, you can go right ahead and ask. I can't guarantee that I can talk about it with a whole lot of confidence or in depth. I find that it's better to talk about these kinds of things more naturally. Like, I'm a yapper. I'm sure at one point or another I will tell you guys more about my hobbies and the types of stuff I'm into if given the opportunity. But when I'm like straight up asked, I like don't know what to do with myself. But without further ado, I'll just list off some stuff. I'll start off with the obvious. I feel like you guys already know that obviously I like anime. That's been a lifelong thing for me. My babysitter when I was like 4 got me into watching anime, so been doing that for many a year. Um, I enjoy cosplay. I'm getting my cosplay ready for a convention coming up, which I'm really excited about. What else am I doing here? I enjoy long walks on the beach. I enjoy creating things like doing art. I really have an affinity towards movies in particular. I really enjoy a good movie. I like going to the movie theater. That's such a big thing for me. I think my weirdest, most not like my most unassuming hobby is I like to go clubbing. And I don't mean in that way of like I like to go clubbing and like get weird with strangers and like talk to people. When I say I like to go clubbing, I mean I like to go to the club and dance my little heart out for like 3 hours, not talk to anybody, don't drink anything, and then just go home and crash. I find that very fun. I enjoy the music. Oh, I guess that's the thing for me too, is that I enjoy music. I enjoy all types of music, so I'm listening to a lot of content that's put onto Spotify when it comes to like people's music creation and stuff. Lately, I've been getting really into like I think it's been described as like caviar rap. Like it started with me getting really into Tyler, and then I don't know, it's kind of just like it's branched off to me finding like littler artists and all that other fun stuff going around. So, yeah, I'm getting into some fun stuff. I honestly, it's just media. It's just media stuff, dude. That's really it. I have a couple of questions that are kind of similar in them asking me, what's my favorite thing about doing ASMR content and like what about it do I really enjoy? And I think it's the overall creation aspect. I really enjoy being able to make something and watch it grow, especially if it's something that I have an interest in. Like, I'm definitely the type of person where if I'm not interested in something, I will drop that project like a hot freaking potato. But for this kind of stuff, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm kind of locked in. The thing that makes me so consistent is purely just I'm having a lot of fun making this. And I don't see myself getting bored with this either. Like, it's always something different, and it's something that I've consistently had an interest in. So, yeah, I have a feeling that I'll probably stay pretty consistent going forward. This is especially like I mean, just going back to the Patreon thing. I mean, if this is something that I'm able to like at least make a little bit of side income for, and it's something that can help put me through school, then yeah, I can't see why I would ever lose interest in it. I mean, like, I have a pretty good work ethic. Like, I will hunker down. I will put my boots to the pavement and just get her done. So, I mean, even if I don't like a job, I will continuously do it, and I'll do it on a good level. It's a bit of a pride point for me. Like I really do think that my parent had instilled a very good work ethic into me. My mom had a very good work ethic. Like she had 2 kids to take care of on her own, so she was like I really don't have a choice, so I'm going to do my job and I'm going to do good at it and I'm going to get the most out of this that I possibly can. So, I think because of her, that's probably why I'm so consistent in the things that I've been putting out and the things that I've been doing. And I don't plan on stopping at all. I plan on being consistently expected. So please, by all means, have expectations of me. I don't think you guys are going to have to bother me to put out content because I'm taking this fairly seriously, I'd say. I mean, I'm kind of locked in. I'm like low key kind of locked in on this. There's a question here asking me what my favorite anime is. Dog, do you have a favorite anime? Because I cannot pick one that stands out among the plethora. Like, I would say my most recent favorite, like the one that I hyperfixated on was Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. That was mostly because of Choso. Like, I watched that going like, when is he coming? When do I get to see him? When do I give me the Choso? I love that guy. He's so like, oh my god. So Jujutsu Kaisen was really big for me in the last year. Um, I can't pick like an absolute favorite though. Like I've gotten really into Madoka Magica, which I feel like is on a similar spectrum but a different expectation than Jujutsu Kaisen. My little shoujo heart loved Ouran High School Host Club growing up in like School Rumble and Toradora, My Love Story, Fruits Basket. Like, I loved those. But then getting into like the more dark aspects, I loved Dead Man Wonderland. Like, I feel like I'm listing a lot of stuff that was like either like late, early 2000s, like like 2008 going into like 2012, but like that was such a locked in year for like couple of years for me. I had full access to the family computer with no monetization, so I was just scooting through. I think one of my favorite um animes that I do tend to think about when people do ask me this question is Panty and Stocking, which I know there's like some debate on whether or not people consider that anime. Girl, it's Japanese animation, that's what anime means, that's anime, it was an animated show made in Japan. It's yeah. But, I loved Panty and Stocking, I just thought it was so fun, and it was, like, so up my alley, it's just so girly pop, I love it. I've always really loved it. So, maybe that. Maybe Panty and Stocking. I don't know. You guys should tell me what your favorite animes are so I have, like, more stuff to watch because like, I've watched a lot. But, I don't know, there's so much out there that, like, I feel like people sometimes drop a name, I'm like, "I've never heard of that before," and then I go and check it out, and it's actually, like, it's goated, like, it's crazy good. So, yeah, tell me what your favorite anime is, I'm very curious. You also asked me what my favorite breed of dog is. I like dogs. I just love dogs. I'm so lucky because the store that I work in, since it's so local and, like, we have a lot of neighborhood people coming in. We allow the dogs to come into the store, and that is the only time that I will crawl out of my little gremlin hole where I'm dealing with all of the product, and I will come out onto the floor and start petting somebody's dog. I don't care what kind of dog it is. I wanna be a part of that. I want that action. I wanna be all up, and I want those kisses. I want that dog to be so happy. Like, we have a lot of regulars that come in and, like, it's all the way from teeny tiny little toy poodles to, like, there's this Great Dane that comes in every so often. I just love dogs. I love animals, honestly, like, if we're gonna be real right now, I just love animals of all kind. I love land animals, I love our sea animals, I love our sky animals. I'm a very big bird person. I love birds. I'm just an animal girl. I love them. Ooh, and the dreaded question of favorite music genre. I'm so sorry, it's K-pop. I've been a K-pop fan for, like, years, dude, like, it's been decades, oh my lord. Um, I just like, dude, I'm so into it. I really love the production, I really like the choreographies, I like the rhythm that they can, like, create. Um, I think a big thing for me too is like the fashion aspect of K-pop. Like the clothes are just so fun. They're just so fun. I like all of the girl groups that I was into growing up. I like took so much inspiration from them and oh, like even to this day and age, I'm in my heart of hearts. I'm still picking clothes and outfits that kind of remind me of like girls' generation from back in the day, you know? Like it's yeah, that's very unfortunate. My second favorite genre though is like I really enjoy hip hop. Like I'm a big NWA fan. I really like Tyler the Creator as well. Although like he does like a plethora of stuff. Like that's not exactly like one specific unit. But I mean like I really just like music in general. I've branched out a lot like when I was getting into different types of media content and all that stuff when I was a kid. Black Veil Brides was like such a big part of my childhood. I was really into My Chemical Romance and Fallout Boy as well. But I mean, like, you know, it is what it is. I really, yeah, K-pop is the number one though, because I think that thing has had me locked in for years. Oh my goodness. My favorite my favorite thing to call a partner in ASMR videos. That I I have a really I haven't really thought about this. Um, I really like soft nicknames. So things that feel very genuine or things that you hear on a regular basis. Cause I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like nicknames that are outside of the usual always come from inside jokes or something that you share with a person on like a personal basis. So I feel like my favorite ones to use in ASMR are just the classics. You know, I like calling you guys baby, sweetheart, honey, things like that, especially if I'm being like cutesy about it. As for the second part of your question, I don't mind it. I I don't mind it. I'm okay with stuff like that. Like I don't partake in that in my personal life, but I mean, if you guys wanted content that's around that stuff, I feel like I can put on a little I can put on a little mommy action for you. You want me to call you a good boy? I can call you a good boy. You just tell me what kind of praise you like. I got you covered. Where did my username come from? That doesn't really have a story. I thought it just sounded cute. Um it's such a soft and round kind of style of word, but not in a like okay, let me backtrack real quick. So like the word globs, I feel like is something very like you know what to expect from it. It's kind of silly, but it's consistent. It's a nice rounded word. I really enjoy it. I'm not going to tell you that that's why I picked it. I thought it just sounded cute, but like, you know, if you wanted my internal rationale as to why it sounds cute, I think that's why. On that note, I really don't like the word pudding. Like, I know that's a really round word, but that sounds horrible. I'm not a fan of that. There is somebody who asked me if I plan on branching out to other forms of content in the future. I have had people tell me that maybe I should start trying to get into like streaming and stuff. I don't really know. I'm new to this. I'd be new to streaming. Dude, I'd be brand new to a lot of this kinds of stuff. So I don't really know if like I'd be any good at it, if you know what I mean. But I mean, let me know what kind of content you guys want me to do. If you guys want me to like do streaming and there's a broad enough group of people asking me to do a certain thing, I'll probably do it. I normally can't be peer pressured very easily, but I don't know. I feel like you guys could talk me into it. And finally, is there any stories that I've been wanting to turn into a series? There is actually. Like, it's my least performing video, I think, actually. It might be underneath the princess one, or maybe it's slightly above because, I mean, everybody loves crazy content. But my favorite thing that I've put out thus far has been the crazy girlfriend leaves you voicemails. And I would love to do a series with that. I've already got ideas for how to keep that going. I think somebody in that one requested a part two or for it to get turned into a series or said it has potential to be one. I feel like I can do a lot with that character because she's horrible. She's horrible. Like, she's manipulative. She's emotionally unstable. She is like an absolute little cretinous monster. I just like, what kind of sick freak calls you so many times in a row and then crashes out on you because you're not picking up the phone and accuses you of all these types of horrible things and then goes, I just hope you like talk to me again. Like a freaking maniac. That's who. I love it. It's really fun. It's not healthy. And I think we all know that that's typically the thing that, like, really, that's the meaty bits when it comes to characters is like these really unhealthy, unhinged, weird characters. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and call her a yandere because I don't think she is one. I think I've had this discussion with somebody else in the comments of it as well, that she's not a yandere, she's not that kind of a person. She 100% will just try and make you feel like you need nothing but her, but not in a way where anybody else is gonna be in any danger. Like, she'll crash out on your friends, but she'll hang out with your friends, you know? Like, she wants your friends to like her to at least some degree so that you'll like her. So even if she acts like a freak, you kinda can't help but justify it by going like, "Oh, no, she's, like, so nice normally, though, like, she takes really good care of me." Like, I think she's a just crazy, manipulative freak of nature, like an egomaniac, you know? And I would love to create a series where I take that and I don't even know what to do with it. But like that's the best part is that like I could do anything I wanted with that. And it could go in so many directions. Like who knows? Maybe it's her crashing out on you in the phone calls for the entire series, or maybe she shows up at your house one day and you don't know what to do about it. Maybe she broke into your house when you were gone and you just find her in there. Maybe she hunts you down when you're at work and has a freak out in front of all your coworkers. Like, there's so many things that you can do with a crazy character. And honestly, it was really fun tripping into the microphone. Like, I'm not a yeller. Like, I get excited and I talk loud, but I don't yell at people. So it was kind of a challenge getting so aggressive and getting so angry. I'm the type of person that tends to like let things go pretty quickly or like, you have to really, really make me mad to make me mad. But she's just a lunatic. So it's almost like cathartic in a way. But yeah, I think that's all the questions that you guys had asked me. A lot of them kind of pertain to the same type of stuff. So I hope that I managed to get some of it at least cohesive to your questions. A lot of the questions were like the same thing, but different styles of asking. So if there's anything that you think I missed or anything that you need from me, just let me know. But yeah, like you guys have been here for, I think it's, how many days has it been now? It has been, oh my goodness. It's been several freaking days, like a week and a half. And I'm just so grateful that you're here. Thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much to all of my old subscribers and the people that have continuously been in my comment sections and cheering me on. I really hope I can do you guys some justice and I can make you proud with all the content that I'm putting out. Thank you again. And hugs and kisses to every last one of you. I love you all. Bye.